keep tailing her, and we'll meet again after our contract's up to give you any updates. The snob turns to him and says, "Don't bother. This is over. I'm ending it. Come when she's not home and get your equipment out." So a week later, we did exactly that. Now, fruit for thought. When contracts like his are made, a small portion is paid up front as a commission fee, and the rest is paid at the end of the contract's allotted time. In this case, and then the salary is what we get from the company to get us through the completion of the contract. The remaining balance after being paid by the client is then divided into a cut for completion. The PIs get a cut, and then a cut for the office. Good money when done right. So fast forward to the next payday after the contract is officially over. My unit gets a call from the office to come in on the next payday as there's an emergency meeting regarding us and the last contract. We get there and find out that the snob pulled the funding and refused to pay us for any of the work. We're still getting paid, just not with the completion bonus, and we all leave super pissed. We went to lunch and brainstormed how to get even with the guy. Then we remembered all the house footage of his dirty deeds. At first, we wanted to blackmail him, but that's low, and we're better than that. I then remembered the wife, so I reached out to her. I set a date to sit down and explain everything to her. I showed her the videos, and she...
What comes next gives people hope.
Forward about 6 months. I'm called into court as my company is suing him for fraud, breach of contract, and unpaid dues. My company wins the case easily, as his lawyer's argument was that we failed to deliver the result that he wanted, get the house back, as it's their family ancestral home, and offered to buy the house from her almost immediately after the divorce. She had a realtor come and evaluate the house. The family wanted to give her $250,000, but the realtor concluded that the house's value was near $1.5 million. The family kept demanding that she sell over the following months. She quote-unquote told the family about the realtor and his appraisal documents of the house being $5 million. They bought the house for $3.5 million cash the next day in hand. So, end of pleasant evening with them. As I'm leaving, my ex-husband Brian was, or is, a toxic and controlling narcissist. Classic case. Our divorce was very bitter, but I tried to be fair, splitting custody and giving him decision-making authority under the assumption that he would be a better father than he was a husband. Things went well for about a year. I got a new boyfriend who was great to both me and my kids and wanted to be involved in their life. When my ex found out that my new boyfriend Tom was going to be attending my kids' fall festival at school, he went off the deep end. He abruptly decided that he wasn't going to watch the kids while I worked anymore. He also refused to let my friends or family watch the kids, and said he had to be there. He fought me over medical appointments for the kids, and refused to pay his agree to the appointment. And of course, he would sue me. He wouldn't let me have the kids during this time, even to let them attend birthday parties or sleepovers with friends or family, something we had been doing for each other with no issue. This went on for about 2 months before I snapped. I hate when parents are willing to hurt their kids over their own egos. He kept threatening to take me to court, and I was fed up with the empty threat. So first, I wanted to make sure he couldn't afford to fight me in court. So Brian was on food stamps. I knew that only because he was claiming to pay his ex-wife rent. I sent his ex-wife a message asking her if she was getting rent from him, and she said no. I sent that letter to DCF, and they closed his food stamp card.
Thank you.
For fraud. Then his ex-wife turned around and sued him for her value of the house, since he was claiming to have been paying her all along. Then I sued him to modify the custody agreement and take out all of the things he was using to try to harass me. Everything for the past year for the kids' health needs. I had records of things he said to the kids about me. I had pictures of them looking filthy. When I picked them up from his house, I had